It's a great day in Quad Radio USA, and welcome to another exciting edition of Quad Radio. And today we're talking with Tim Furches from the ATV National Youth Program, which is a program that kind of spawned off of a program that began a few years ago by Frida Roselle, the Youth Contingency Program, which we'll talk a little bit about here in just a moment. But first, I want to take this opportunity to say thanks to a few folks. In particular, our good friends at Impact Solutions and Impact Solutions Group, your Elka Suspension headquarters, of course, and as well, get a hold of Casey Greek, talk to those guys about all your Elka suspension and all the stages of any stage that you need as far as that suspension is concerned. And they are your factory authorized Elka suspension dealer here in the U.S. and here on the East Coast. And also, I want to say thanks to our good friends at Maxxis Tires. I run those Maxxis Bravos on my truck and loving the stopping power, loving the pulling power, loving everything about them. If you haven't got yourself a set of Maxxis bike or your ATV yet, I suggest that you do that. And, of course, with that, we say hello and welcome to Tim Furches, who is here with us from let's get the name correct here, Tim.
Yeah, I'm Tim Furches. A lot of you know me there. Thank you, Rodney, especially, because you do a lot for not just us, but racing in general. We appreciate you. But I'm over the National ATV Youth Program at Loretta's. And basically what we do is every year, this year will be 13th season, we give back to all the youth riders at Loretta's. So, ones that do register to race that weekend, every kid, no exception, as long as you're in the youth ranks, they're walking out with product.
And that's true. And, I do a lot of the number drawing and name drawing and so forth. And to say that everybody walks out with something is kind of an understatement, because everybody walks out with something good. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, at the support that has gotten. For those of you folks that are not familiar with this, and Tim, if you're just joining back to the ATV Nationals or haven't been to Loretta's in a while, Frida Roselle started a program a few years ago. She and Gary had ran for many, many years, and you became a part of that the last few years of that. And when things became that Frida and Gary couldn't carry on anymore, you guys kind of picked up the baton and carried on under a new name, but definitely the same idea.
Yes, when she got down with her health, it bothered her because she didn't want to see it go, because it was dear to Frida and Gary. And she put a feeler out on Facebook, and she'd like to find somebody that she could trust and somebody that she knows that would take care of it. And I kind of batted around a little bit, and I talked to Stephanie. She's like, it's up to you, I was like, I think I can do this. And I said, I'm going to give it a shot. So that's what I done. I had got a hold of her, and she said, absolutely. She said, I'd rather have you than anybody. So, and that's how it got started. We kind of jumped in with both feet running, and so far it's been successful. And I think it's even held up a little bit better of what she was expecting. And we've grown a little more since then. And, I even told her I was wanting to change the name a little bit, mainly to get a new front, new look, renew everything. And we've got a ton of positive off of that, because it's always been known as youth racer program, I believe, if memory serves me. And now I've got several people that will still refer to that, but they'll automatically go to the new name, and it's done well. It really has.
That's great. That really is. And to see it continuing to grow is something great. And it's a great way for the community to give back to the youth program and the future of the sport. I mean, as well as I do, Tim, you've got kids, and that's how you got involved. I mean, somebody might ask the question, what would possess a man to say, I want to take on a task like that?
It is hard. I was told it's a little stressful at first before I even took over, and I'll be honest with you, I was a nervous wreck. But first year that I took it over from Frida, we had 196 kids. I'll not forget that number. And I slept good the night after it was over. because I was just stressed out. But now it don't bother me a bit. I get a little nervous when it gets around July, got stuff coming in or stuff hadn't got here yet. And but other than that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping this year to have over 200. That's what I'm banking. I'm banking on 225.
That'd be great. That really would. I'd
That's
like
my
to see,
goal.
I'd like to see that kind of participation. Honestly, I mean, it's something that we need to help see the sport thrive in the future, and to see you guys giving back like that is great. And with that, Tim, I know that you guys are pretty excited about some stuff that you got coming up. You've got some really good fundraising opportunities for the actual program anyway.
Yes. Of course, it took me a little bit of time, and I've worked really hard to get Elka back. They was always part of it for years, and they decided to pull out. So what we did is I found the right person this time, and I pitched to him our goal, what we're wanting to do, and he immediately said, it's going to happen this year. That was his response. And he said, you'll receive a package in the mail within 2 to 3 weeks. I got one box in, some banners, of course, and some gift certificates as well. And they also sent a black folder, and inside that black folder was a gift certificate for a free set of shocks of your choice. All three, all the way around. So, I mean, depends on what quad you got, several $1,000s worth of suspension.
Yes.
But they wanted me to raffle those off, just that, and take that money to go buy product to add to what we've already got, because they want to see it grow now. And this is what he told me to do. So that's what we're doing. And we kind of talked with a few people to kind of get an idea how to start it, like a dollar amount to where it'd be affordable for everybody. Because, a lot of people are tight budget, it's just a struggle. And that's part of it now, anywhere you go.
Yeah.
So we all agreed on that $50 would be good to start with, and per ticket. And so what we did is we set a limit of 60 tickets. That way we could get what we needed and add way more stuff to this, because we now get goggles in now. We hadn't had goggles in a couple of years. I've got goggles coming in left and right now.
Wow.
That we've bought already with the tickets we've sold. And we need 29 more tickets left before somebody's going to get a brand new set of shocks. And it's going to be your choice. If you want stage 5s, you've got them. Whatever you want to fit your quad.
So is this youth quads only, or is this any type of quad? I mean, this is
They didn't specify. They said any ATV.
Well, there you go. So anybody that is out there that wants to support this, then I guess it sounds like that all you got to do basically is, and you have a chance to win. And the cool thing about it is, if you win, you don't win maybe necessarily a small set of shocks. You win a big set of shocks, and that'll help the youth contingency program, or the National Youth Program now. That's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's certificate. It actually states quad of your quad of your, and shocks of your choice.
Awesome.
And it doesn't no specifics for minis or for 300s, 400s, 450s, but it is just for the 3, of course. And that just tickled me to death when I saw all of that. I was like, oh yes, that's great.
That is great. That really is, and that's just I guess it's huge. But it's also a big sign that there is support out there, and there's people that want to see the youth program grow from a racing standpoint as well. Yes,
because Elka did tell me as well that they know the numbers are down a little bit, and in all forms of racing, they're not being specific for the MX guys, of course. And they said, we want to try to help you to help them as much as they can, because we want to see it grow and get back to the level that it used to be. I know when I used to race a lot, it was huge. This is when Joe Bird, Terry Denton era. That's when I done my stuff. So, it was huge then.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see it get right back up there to that level.
Well, it's certainly got the potential, and we hope that's where it's going to be heading. I know right now times are a little disappointing and a little discouraging, but I don't know. This is a year of change. I've said it a bunch of times. There's something changing. What it is, whether it's for the good or for the bad, something's changing, and I hope it's for the good, and we're going to see things move ahead forward. That's for doggone sure. But regardless, we're moving forward in the youth program. That's for sure. Now, this again, this fundraiser is for these Elka shocks that you're selling these tickets for right now. Are you so you can buy more product to give away to the youth, correct? And
Yes, sir.
And higher dollar product as well, not just sometimes people only get a T-shirt and this and that, but the more we try to give away a bunch of T-shirts, we try to give away a bunch of the smaller stuff, and the bigger stuff, obviously it's not as many get the bigger stuff, but if we keep working towards this goal, maybe everybody can get big stuff.
Exactly. That's what we want to do. That's what me and Stephanie, our goal is. We want to, there's going to be, I've got a lot of stuff out here that I've already either got or it's on their way that's big ticket items. And, I want to try to give every one of the kids to get them as much as we can, with what few things we had left over last year. The reason we kept all of that is so we had a better base to start with this year. And I can add that on top of this year's, and that's more that they're getting on top of that as well. And that's what we want to do is really try to take care of these kids and give them as much as I physically could do it. Of course, with the help of all the sponsors, of course, mainly. We couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah. Now, tell me, total stuff that's donated. What's the prize value of this stuff that is donated?
Of the shocks?
Yeah. Well, not the shocks. No, I'm talking about, say, last year, everything that you guys gave away. What was the total prize value that you estimated? Obviously,
everything. I would say really close to about $25,000 last year. That's everything.
$25,000 worth of stuff divvied out amongst 100 and how many?
Last year we had 176.
176. And 20, that's a pretty good, that slices the pie pretty good right there for everybody, I think.
That's counting the quad that Kimco donated as well. Okay. And that was about $4,000. The quad is what that was.
Now, what's big news? I mean, I know you guys are doing the suspension, the Elka stuff for fundraiser, but tell me more about what the youth program is going to be seeing this year. What can riders expect to see this year as far as prizes and stuff when the youth go to Loretta's?
Well, I got gold speed in it this year, and I've got usually we get one or maybe two sets from DWT of Champion in the Box kits. We will have a total between DWT and gold speed. I believe it's 6 sets now.
Wow.
So instead of 2, so that's gone up more. We've got some ATV 4-plate stuff. They're adding a little bit more to it this year as well. We are in the works right now with another person because this year there won't be a Kimco quad. There was some upper management that kind of took over the marketing department, so they kind of stopped all that just this year as of now. So myself and another person, I won't say who he is. I don't know if he wants me to release his name, but we're working together to try to actually get a bigger item in. And if it goes, I won't say what it is, but if it works, let's just say it's a factory deal. We'll leave it at that. I hope it's not a set in stone, but sorry, we're hitting a bump in the road there. But that's actually in the works, but I won't know for sure, probably for a few weeks. But I really hope that does turn out, because if it does, that'll be a huge deal.
Wow. Like a team ride? You said a factory ride, team ride?
Factory as in like Honda, Yamaha, that's and it's not set in stone. But okay, I'll just let the cat. It could be Yamaha.
Ah, I got you.
So it's not a set in stone yet, but it is in the work, and we've submitted some paperwork and kind of get so they can see what we're doing.
Yeah, and hopefully that comes to fruition for you. I think it's something that the Blue Crew is probably that's right down their alley, to be honest with you, Tim. So that might, I mean, my fingers are crossed. I'm pretty confident that might be something that happens, and the people that you got working with you in your corner probably are going to help out quite a bit in that department as well. So awesome, man. I mean, I just hope it comes to fruition. Let's not get too overly excited, but let's hope and pray for you guys and for those youth, for one lucky person that they get to win something like that. Now, is that going to be something special, or is that going to be something that is picked? Is that going to be something that somebody says, draws a number out of a hat and says, "There, you got that right"? Or
it'll be the grand. If everything goes through, it'll be the grand prize. And wow. I'll catch is you must be present to win. And everybody's name goes back in the box or a hat or the tub, whatever we have there. And then we'll draw one out. And if your name's drawn, you're there, it's yours.
Awesome.
It'll be fueled up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Out the door.
That is great, man. I'm going to have to, we're going to have to really push this hard. We can get a lot more youth there. As soon as you get the official word on that, Tim, let us know. And we'll do another little thing. And we'll set up the criteria, and we'll invite people out and get the word out. All right.
That sounds good.
All right. Anything that you want to pass along or say to anybody before we let you go, bro?
Well, most important, I just hope everybody shares this post as much as they can, and especially for our fundraiser. That's what we really want to try to get these tickets gone as quickly as possible. And when they go through the youth page, or they can message me directly, and I can give them the PayPal address that we've got set up for the youth, and then I can send them a copy of their tickets, because I write the name on them as well, and then I check them up as they go, because I'm going to have a third party actually do all the drawing. And when we do this, we'll start off with a clear container. I'm going to read each name aloud, and they'll be dropped in. That way everybody can see they've got a pure shot at anything. And then that third person that's not affiliated with myself or Stephanie or the youth, they'll do the drawing, and I will send the certificate straight out to them, signature delivered. And then it's got the promo. There's a code on that as well that they have to call Elka, and they give them their machine, what they want, and then the shocks are on their way to them.
Great. That's great. And I'm glad to see the support really coming back around for this. I know, like you say, Frida was ill there for a few years. It was really tough for her to get things going, and they maintained it and did a great job of maintaining it under the circumstances. Yes. And to be able to advance it a little bit, that is great. And hopefully we'll see a great youth turnout out there, and we'll get a chance to see what the grassroots of our ATV racing nation is really like, because there might be one kid out there. There might be one kid. This might be a shining and his only start. He goes to Loretta Lynn. He wants to run the Nationals. He hasn't got the money, hasn't got the equipment, but his name gets drawn out of that hat that night. That one fateful night could change everything, man. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, man. I really am. And I just want to personally thank Elka. I know that our good friends at Impact Solutions, who is an Elka suspension dealer, is of course a big part of what you guys got going on. And the folks at the Blue Crew, I'm going to poke you guys a little bit. Come on, let's make this happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. And Tim, I'm going to shut up now and let you say what you need to say, and I'm going to let you go, because I know you got work to do, and we got independence to celebrate.
Yeah, I just want to take just a minute and give a shout out to everybody that's supporting the youth. Some have gift certificates because they want to send them so they get the right thing and they can send them in, But I'm going to go ahead and name off everybody I've got. And there's a couple that I'm still waiting on, and those take a little longer. Because I want to throw at you as well. I start working on this at the end of November, and the first week of December I have to start up to what we get in August. So it takes me months to get this going, because over half of them I have to turn in like anywhere from 3 to 6 months in advance to be considered for anything. But I'll run through these real quick. I won't take up your time as well, Rodney. I have we got Ford Brothers Racing, Fly Racing, SXI Graphics, Root River, Gold Speed, Right Now Racing, Elka Suspension, Fast Company, Hoosier Tires, Launderville Steel, Motocross Vest, Petrick Racing, Moto Money Signs, Ken Hill Photography, Maxxis Tires, CST Tires, Tom Miller Motorsports, EVS, Wrath, FTR, Pursuit, Fierce Power Sports, JB Racing, 88 Live to Ride, Early Wine Racing, Scooby's Creations, Engine Ice, ATV Foreplay, Liat, Pit Posse, JSR Moto Designs, EKS Goggles, and right now Rocket Ron Suspension. And I've got, I think, 3 more, but I'm waiting to get confirmation on theirs, and then we'll add those to it. That's a pretty good list.
That's a great list. I'm going to try to think of some way that I might be able to contribute something. I don't know. I'm broke.
Hey,
I don't have a lot. I don't have any parts or service that I can offer, but I'll come up with something maybe. I'll certainly be here as moral support, if nothing else, for everybody.
Hey, with what you're doing now, that's plenty enough for me. I just appreciate you allowing us to do this. And again, for what you do, I know you probably don't hear a lot of times, but I know I appreciate what you do, and I know there are several others. They may not say it, but we really appreciate what you do, and not only for just kids, but for the sport in general.
I appreciate that. I really do. I'm not going to lie. I put a lot of personal effort and time into things, and I hope it all pays off. I think it will. It has so far. It pays off every day. Just getting to talk to people like you, Tim, and see people like you do the things that you do, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Well, I thank you. I really do. And I just like, Morgantown, of course. They always help us out. I forgot them. Oops. I'm sorry. It'd be something I forget.
All righty. Morgantown, as in Morgantown Power Sports, or
Racer Productions.
Racer Productions, yes. Okay. Yeah, yes. And
they always help us out.
They allow me to talk to you guys about what they promote without getting on my butt, so I want to say thanks to them too.
I forgot those.
All right, Bubba. Well, that's it. We'll let you go and get back to your day, brother.
Thank you, Rodney, and thank you everybody for listening, and hope you guys share this as much as possible.
All right, that's Tim Purchase. I'm Rodney Tomlin. This is Quad Radio.